Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another prize picks video for you. And Jordy's back with us, so that's always good.
I'm alive.
Yeah, he's good to go. Nothing bad was happening. We just had a little thing pop up that we had to take care of. But we have a fun slate. We're going to be talking about November 29th, Wednesday. We have 7 games, some fun matchups, so it's going to be a good time. And if you're new to Prize Picks, use our promo code that you can probably actually read now with our new font. But use that promo code; they'll double your first deposit up to $100. No matter whatever amount you put on, they'll match it. So if you go 50, they'll throw in 50. If you go the full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. So just use the promo code and they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. We run 2 shows. This is our first look show. We try to stay up late and find the best values that often get changed the following day before game time. And then around game time, like a few hours before, usually around 2 p.m. Eastern time, we get our daily show out that has more options once the board is fully populated and filled out. So if you are subscribed and you got the notifications on, you'll know right when we drop these videos. And we're going to get into a recap of our plays from last night, the first look show, and from our show today. Last night, I had taken Mitchell Robinson over 10.5 rebounds, and he fell just short of this. I was feeling pretty confident about it. It had the juice, and we loved the matchup. And I think he could have gotten it, but Julius Randle was just being so greedy, grabbing every board. I think he either hit 20 or almost got 20 boards. But it was a close one. One more board. He actually had a couple situations where he was pulling down the board too, and there was a foul, and the play's dead and whatnot. So it's unfortunate it happens. We were so close. But Clint Capella worked out for us. We took his PRA over 18.5, and he had that crushed in the first half. So another great matchup. And he's been kind of that line was just too low, for what he's been doing lately. He's been going up into the 20s pretty regularly. And so 18.5, we felt good about it. And then you want to get into your picks, Jordy?
Yeah. So we took Jakob Portal versus Brooklyn. He started off good. I think he had 8 in the first quarter. So I was like, okay, I mean, if he just does this again, we'll be good. And he got cold. He got we see this a lot with centers where it's after the third quarter, they just get cement feet and they just stop moving and they just get tired. We've seen Mitchell Robinson do it. We've seen Jakob Portal do it. We've seen literally so many centers do it. Even Jokic sometimes. So it's I think they gas out in high volume matchups like that. And Brooklyn, dude, their 3-point shooting, no one can keep up with their pace right now. They are so fast. And I mean, Royce O'Neal, we watched him drain 4 threes in a row. So
Dude,
it was
clean. He was shooting so clean tonight.
It was a crazy game. It was a fun game, but he missed. He went for 15. We needed him for 21. But then we took Jabari Smith against Dallas. I felt great about this pick. I took it again at 10.5. I think the next morning it went to 10.5, and I took it and it hit. He went for 11, so I was really pleased with that. The data was all pointing to yes. So finally, one of those worked out, and we got that one. So
yeah. So we were close. Still, we're not trying to go 2 for 2 out of 4 on that. But still somewhat refreshing coming off of some of the rough slates we've had as of late. But and then in our daily show, we had 4 picks. We ended up having 6 picks, and it's unfortunate because 2 of the picks that Jordy had that got bumped ended up cashing, even with the updated lines. But we didn't want to put him out. I just, I had no way of confirming with him if he still wanted to put him out. So I ended up just rolling with the one that hadn't moved. But yeah, my picks were, so 3 of them were mine in this case. So I took Chet Holmgren for over 7.5 rebounds. He ended up cashing that, going for 8. And then we took Giannis for over 5 assists, and he ended up pushing. Yeah, it's too bad that we couldn't get that at 4.5. Then we would have had the cash. That's what a lot of other platforms had it at. But Prize Picks, you know how they roll. So we ended up pushing on that one. And then Dario Saric, it's unfortunate. We took it. I was really feeling good about his points rebounds at 16.5. He ended up only going for 12, but he was really cooking with his minutes in the first half. And then the whole chemistry and vibe of the game just changed when Draymond just started, when he got teed up, and then he just kept trying to get foul calls, and he was arguing with the refs. And then you could see the whole demeanor of the Warriors change.
Yeah,
and
he sucked the life out of the team.
Yeah, man, they were doing so good. And I was just, when I saw Dario going out, I was just like, and even Moses Moody was like on fire. And
3 straight threes.
3 straight threes, the Kings start to make a little bit of a comeback. And while Moses Moody's hot, Steve Kerr takes out Moody, takes out Saric, and they ended up losing that game. And so it's unfortunate, but anyways, Saric fell short for us. But Van Fleet, your call, rebounds and assists at 14. He ended up going for 16. They played a good game. That was a good call. So we pretty much, I'll call that 3 out of 4, even though 1 was a push. It's not a loss, but we want the sweep. So we're gonna be we're gonna keep swinging. Cool. So yeah, that goes for our recap. And let's get into what we've got tonight. For first look, I've got, I'm going to be starting with Tyrese Maxey PRA. I'm feeling good about this. I like the over on this. I want someone nice and solid with the first look, because we're kind of talking about it. When the board's just first populating, we want some guys that we know are going to get the heavy minutes, guys that are going to be called upon, not going to be taken out of the game if it gets tight and whatnot. And if we look at Maxey in his last 5 games, he's averaging almost 39 minutes a game. We love that. 26 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 7 assists. And one thing I kind of like about this, if you look, it's like he's either doing one or the other. So, because sometimes I'll look at this and I'll be like, okay, so should I take the PRA or should I go just PR or PA? But with Maxey, nights where he's kind of like not grabbing quite as many boards, he's just dropping more assists, and then vice versa. You can kind of see the trend all the way through his last 5. So that makes me feel pretty confident when I'm taking a PRA and I see a guy that's just consistently hitting the numbers like that. And when we look at the matchup here, New Orleans against point guards is allowing 26.3 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, and 8 assists. So I really like everything I'm seeing for this pick. We got the odds on that. So BetMGM has us at a -120 to go over. Caesars has it at a -123 to go over. And we've got a 227 over under, with Philly favored by just 1 point. So hopefully they don't just blow the doors off, unexpectedly again. But I don't think Pat Bev and Morris are going to be dropping, 6 threes together in the first half this time. I think that was just like a random occurrence. So I like his over there. And then my next pick is going to be a similar situation. I want a guy who's going to be getting plenty of minutes in a good matchup. And that's going to be Cade Cunningham for points and assists. I like the over on this one. And when we look at Cade, he's over his last 5 games averaging 33.7 minutes, 24.4 points, 4 rebounds, and 6.6 assists. I liked the way the assists were like a little bit more juiced in this case. And so that's why I didn't take his PRA. He's had a couple games where he just grabs 3 boards, 2 boards, and he's not really heavily contributing like Maxey was on that. But he's like pretty consistent with his assists at 6.6. And then also it plays into the matchup a little bit too. If you look at what the Lakers are allowing to point guards, they tend to allow a lot more points at almost 25 points and just under 8 assists a game. So the assists are pretty juiced. So I just went ahead and went with those 2 instead of the full PRA. and he's got the same odds. BetMGM has him at -120 to go over, and Caesars has him at -123 to go over. We got a 229.5 over under with the Lakers favored by just 6.5. And I do think the Lakers are going to want to. I think the Lakers are going to win this game. I think they're going to want to come out and make a statement after they just got embarrassed unexpectedly. But I do think that he's going to be getting his full minutes and he'll be able to knock this out. And I don't think we'll see a major blowout. But anyways, that's the two I got for first look. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah. So let's see. I took to start with. I'm gonna go with a points and assist prop here, and I'm going with our man Tyus Jones. We've gone to this guy a lot. He's the well that's run dry one time, and that was against Atlanta when we took him for his points, I think. And he just had a bad night, but he's been really consistent. If we look at what he's doing, he's averaging almost 30 minutes a game, almost 12 points a game, about 3 rebounds and 4.5 assists. So he's been very good. If you guys watch him play, his floater is unstoppable. It doesn't matter what team he's going against, how big they are. Like he can find his shot. So I like him a lot to go over this. And if we look at the matchup here, let's see. If we look at what Orlando is giving up to point guards, they're giving up. Let's see if my eyes will work here. So they're giving up 24.3 points and they're giving up 7 assists as well. So plenty of wiggle room for him to get in there and get some assists. And, he's got people like Gafford, Kuzma, who can get their shots. I would like to say Jordan Poole, but I'm not going to. So I just feel comfortable with him hitting this. I think he could do it alone in points, with the way he shoots the ball sometimes. But, he had 29 against Milwaukee. I mean, Milwaukee is huge and they're shutting down everything right now, so I just like him to go over this. I think it's one of those picks I don't want to overthink. It's a -125 to go over. MGM has it at a -120, so they're my favorite odds makers, but even a -120, like we've taken this at a -110 I think, and he's gone over it. So it's just one of those picks that we're comfortable. We've watched enough of it. And the game line, there is blowout potential. It's a 234.5 game line with a 10-point favorite to Orlando. So, that's kind of the red flag there. But honestly, we've seen this in almost every matchup with them just because their defense is so god-awful. But they keep up sometimes. If they're shooting the ball well, this game will go to 250, 234. So I'm feeling comfortable with this one. My next pick is going to be just a straight-up points prop. We're going to go back to DeAnthony Melton here. Even with these other guys getting some playing time like Bev, and that was just such a freak game. I promise you, that was probably the most unexpected game of the year to turn out the way it did. And even then, he almost hit his points in that game, only playing 24 minutes. If he would have played the whole game like he's used to, he would have been 14, 16 points. And he was looking good that game. So, that we're not going to be scared of these things. Sometimes stupid stuff happens and it's not going to scare us away from a really good player. So this is way too low for him, and I just like it to go over it. It's a -130. He's gone over this 7 out of his last 10 games. If we look at what he's doing, he's averaging 31 minutes, almost 32, 15 points a game. And, he's just like, look at his 3-point percentages here too. He's shooting about 6 3-pointers a game, and he's making 3 of them a game. So it's like, if he's just hitting that, we're going to be halfway there already, more than halfway. So I just think this is another no-brainer pick. I like it a lot. It feels like a safer pick for me. So I'm just going to take those 2.
Yeah, man. And even when we were looking at doing our research before we made our picks, DeAnthony Melton was like absolutely on my radar because that was just an outlier game, that it wasn't his failure. It was like the Lakers' failure that led to him not finishing up. So anyways, guys, that's the 4 we got for you for first look. And, we hope you enjoy this 7-game slate. We really appreciate all you guys, and just want to thank and welcome all of the new subscribers and everyone that's been hitting us up in the comments. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate the positivity. And don't forget to check out our Discord. It's in the we have a link in the description. We have some really great people in our Discord that are coming up with all sorts of awesome plays you can pair with these. mix and match these. There's just constantly they're dropping really good plays in there. So check it out if that's your type of thing. And yeah, we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, boys.